Okay, everybody. First thing, sound check, sound check. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, okay, guys? Let's see. Let's get to where my chat's a little more current. Whoop, but turn that baby down so we don't get any feedback. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Always a little bit of a lag. Hopefully you can hear me. Awesome. A Curious Rose. Awesome. Muffy Dragon Slayer. Thank you so much. Hi, guys. So, hi, Sherry Claiborne. Hi, Life Gail. Hi, Rosie, Squirrel Friend, Joan Bradley. Oh, so many great people. Let's see. Ara, thank you so much for your help the other day, Ara. Sorry I couldn't go live with this. It was Sunday evening. It was originally scheduled for. We've had these really intense storms come through my area. They're really short, really intense, and unfortunately, they don't tend to relieve the humidity. So, we hadn't lost power or anything here in almost the 7 years we lived here. And recently we're losing it all the time. It's pretty crazy. So hi, T. Andrews. How you doing? I got your email. I will get back to you very soon. Thanks for the email. Hi, Squirrel Friend. Welcome. Hi, Utter Nutter, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here and for everything you do. Hi, Joan. Oh, so happy you're here. How are you doing, sweetheart? Let's see. I'm just going to go up a little bit more. Hi, Lady Jenny. How are you? Welcome. Hello, Savannah. How are you? And all right. So let's see. Hi, Mel Mel. How's it going? Nice to see you, my friend. And all right. So last live stream, we were talking about the Watts family bankruptcy. And when saying the Watts family, I mean Chris and Shanann Watts. So as many people who follow this case know, Shanann and Chris Watts declared bankruptcy once already in their married life, and that date was June of 2015 of that year. That bankruptcy was then discharged in September of 2015. Now, Jennifer Bradford, who's here, thank you, Jennifer, for all the great information during the last live stream, was one of our fabulous moderators. Is much more knowledgeable about bankruptcy and the chapters of bankruptcy and the discharges and the rules and regulations surrounding bankruptcy as she used to work in a related industry. So she gave us some great information about that. So I'm just going to share something with you here. And then we're going to take a look at, as promised, the timeline of the bankruptcy, what was going on in the Watts life around the time of the bankruptcy and the discharged debts, the connection between the bankruptcy and the financial situation and the MLM Thrive. And also, strangely enough, I personally see some connections to the methodology that was used in the home to train the children baby-wise. I'm not going to go into great detail about baby-wise during this live stream, but I have been researching it. Hi, Mrs. O. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hi, Wilson Man and Housewife Life. Becky Boo. I like that name. And everyone else who joined. I'm sorry if I missed you. But I am going to be putting out some information on BabyWise and how it was used in the Watts home. I tried to research it once before. I tried to read the book. I had a hard time getting through it. I'm going to be honest because I really do not agree with the methods that are suggested people use in BabyWise. If anyone has used the BabyWise system and you've had success or not, I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know. I know one family that's used it and it makes sense to me with them. And I'm going to talk about that at a later date. True crime from the Trailer Hood. I had to make sure I read that right. From Missouri. Hi, Missouri. Hi, True Crime from the Trailer Hood. That's such a great name, too. I love your names, guys. Did I say hello to Leatherface? I think I did. Ayo, everyone. You sound Canadian, Leatherface. All right. So here, let me share something with you. Dun, 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 dun. And let's go. Welcome or welcome back to Watts, The Obsession. There were many family and relationship dynamics that people wonder, did this have anything to do with the tragedy that happened on August 13th, 2018? Now, first, let me be clear. Hi, Donna West. This channel in no way blames Shanann Watts for her death or for the death of her children. We are simply talking about some circumstances that all human beings might encounter at some point in time during their life that we have common interest in and people tend to discuss. One of these issues is the Watts family financial situation. It is known that Chris and Shanann Watts declared bankruptcy in June of 2015, and that bankruptcy or the debts associated with that bankruptcy were then discharged in September of 2015. We can see, and it is known upon review of the Watts financial documents at the time of the tragic deaths of Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and unborn baby Nico, that the Watts family was headed for having to declare another bankruptcy less than 3 years after declaring the first. What was going on here? Let's listen to what Chris Watts' mother, Cindy Watts, had to say about the couple's financial situation in the extended last chapter of her book, All My Broken Pieces. Well, this part of that chapter didn't actually make it into the book, but it still lives on in transcript or manuscript form, and I'm reading from that transcript here. I always told myself he was like Ronnie because Ronnie had always been quiet, but he's nothing like Ronnie. I don't know. I'd spend all day and night a year later still trying to find something, anything that I missed. And I must have, but I don't have any answers. We have grief. It will always be with us. I know grief. It walks with me. I know confusion and despair, but I don't think I know my son. Now this is a little part of a letter from Sandy Rusick. I know my son. Everything seemed fine. Our daughter never spoke about anything that she did, but she did speak to us about bankruptcy a lot. Debt with all of the medical bills. Now this goes back to Cindy Watts narrating again. Sandra and Frank were way ahead of us then. Chris never told us about the bankruptcy at all. I found out later, after. And there wasn't much in the way of medical debt in 2015 when they declared bankruptcy, but there was $70,000 in unsecured debt, stuff they had bought. Somewhere in there, Chris had sold his Mustang to get cash for the Lexus down payment lease. By then, he had his work truck. When I look at the bankruptcy filing, so much money, and for what? Clothes, trips they couldn't have afforded. Sandy and Frank had to give them money for their passports. If they couldn't pay for that, what in the world did they go on any of those trips that were really just parties where they bought more overpriced clothing, this time Thrive stuff? It was crazy spending. Chris claims now he didn't know about their money situation. I say, really? 2 years later, they were right there again. And it's not too hard to figure out. He was making $60,000 a year. Their mortgage was $2,700, another $150 for the homeowners, $2,000 a month for daycare, $600 a month for car payments, not counting insurance. They were already in the negative before utilities and food. So why go on pricey trips and buy clothes and toys and get your nails done on Shanann's part? They treated money like monopoly cash. In 2 short years, they were underwater again, having learned nothing, and apparently neither had their banks. Because how anyone was so stupid to give those two credit is beyond me. We can see by examining the bankruptcy documents that in 2013, both Shanann and Chris's income equaled $147,000, around there. In 2014, their combined income was about $91,000. And in 2015, year to date, as of June 2015, their combined income was around $41,000. So that's about halfway through the year. So if you double that amount, that would be about $80,000. So what was going on from 2013 to 2015 that caused their combined income to decrease by so much? Generally speaking, young married couples will increase their income year after year, barring no economic anomalies or personal tragedies. We can see here from this document that the Watts' personal liability totaled about $448,000, with their unsecured debt being about $70,000. So, my friends, what that unsecured debt is primarily credit cards. These credit cards are itemized throughout the bankruptcy documents. And during the previous live stream, I went through and read these itemized credit card unsecured debts that the Watts were holding that were later discharged in September of 2015 after the Watts officially declared bankruptcy in June of 2015. You see the date of the signature of the debtor here, June 4th, 2015. Okay, so there's that. So let me just pull that down here, and okay, actually we can keep that up. Okay, so hi Holly S, how you doing? Oh, John McSmith, I've been wondering where you are. I've been a little worried about you. I need to get your email address or something so I can check on you if I don't see you. Hello, Melly Mel. Are you the same person? Yes, I'm not sure. Do we have a Mel and a Melly Mel? I don't really know, but welcome to one of you or both of you. And always so happy to have the Mrs. O in his house. Dawn, welcome. And I think I got everyone else, or did I? Oh, BD and OE Mama. Oh my gosh. Wow. I was just reading your comment there. Let's see. Hi, DC. DC Primetime. You guys are all changing your names on me. I don't even know what to do about that. CC was such a cute little button face. Oh my God. She was just so freaking adorable. I can't even. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now, Curious Rose, do you want to come up on panel, my darling, or are you not into that today? Oops. Let me just take this down here. Stop the stream. Hi, Louise, 19611. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome to the live chat then. So Louise is new. Everybody welcome her. Hi, Jolene. How are you? Welcome. Canada. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, hey girl, Jolene, you are in the right place. So Curious Rose, if you do want to come up, I'm going to put the link in chat. Let's see. And I'm going to be able to call you after this. Okay. Hello, FRG, a bunch of letters. Welcome. How you doing? Okay. So there's a link right there. And just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just pulling up another video. So for those of you that were here Sunday evening, let me just say this again. I'm so sorry that never happened. We've had a lot of little intense, well, I don't know if they're little, they're short, but intense storms come through my area this summer. And I was saying that they don't really yield any relief from the heat and humidity, which is a super bummer because isn't that what storms are supposed to do? It's just been a lot of like panting like a dog, right? And then this evening I was going to start at 9:30, but I have to clean out my bunny cages often. They're all indoors, but some of them are in what I call the bunny room, which is right off our garage. And it gets really hot in there because I don't have central air, but I have a bunch of air conditioners in my house and there's really no air in there. So I've got to keep them clean or they can get some nasty conditions, which we definitely don't want. Okay, guys. So I think that the best thing to do. Oh, good. A Curious Rose is coming up. Always love it when she comes up. Yeah, sure you can, John. Yeah, come on up. Sure. John's going to pop up too. Sweet. All right, let me just drop the link again in case you didn't get that, my darling. Yeah, we've missed you. People have been asking about you, John. Hi, Vincina. Not sure how to say that, but welcome. I'm happy you're here. I'm sorry if I did say your name wrong. Let me welcome up a Curious Rose. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Oh, wait.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
There we go. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy John's here.
I am too. I know. We've been like, where is that man?
Yes, we have. I'm happy he's here.
Oh, I know. Me too.
See what he's been up to.
I know. We are going to see what he's been up to. And then let me just tell you the course of action we're going to take this evening.
Okay.
I think it's best if I just show you some of the things that we know happened based on, the historical records that have been created through, the Facebook posts and other information around that time. Some of the information about, Miss Shanann Watts and Chris Watts really enrolling as consultants in Thrive. And
see Daddy thriving?
Oops. Hold it. No, we don't want to see Daddy thriving, actually. Not at all.
No.
Really not. No,
I'll
definitely
pass.
not. We don't like Daddy. All right. Let me welcome John Smith. Oh, and then you guys can make some of your own conclusions. Squirrel friend, what kind of bunnies did you have? I raise Holland Lups.
Oh, hi, squirrel friend. I love that name.
Yeah, I do too. Hey, John, what's up, my friend? How are ya?
Hi, John.
What's going on? I missed you.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you to say.
You were missed.
I've been really busy in the evening time, so I had to go to bed early and those kind of things. So
I gotcha.
But what I wanted to jump on and tell you, Kelly, I've been wanting to tell you that. Oh, you could tell me how long ago it was. Maybe a couple of weeks ago. You put up a video where you were doing some crunches and whatnot.
Oh, yes. I want to do more of that. I definitely do. Because I've been very busy too, but I'm going to get to putting more of those up. Yes. Yes, Sean.
Uh-oh, John, your voice, your audio,
I can't hear you, John.
You can't hear me?
Now we could.
Oh, no, I can. Yeah. What are you going to tell me? My form's wrong? What's up?
No. Yeah. No. I'm jumping on here to thank you in front of everyone that you cured my back problem, my lower back problem. Because
John, I'm so happy to hear that.
That little rotation that you do to flatten your back at the base of your spine,
the pelvic tilt.
I was always fighting through that when I was doing sit-ups and stuff, and even and you fixed me with that. I got down on the floor and I was like, wow, this is why didn't I figure this out on my own when I've been doing sit-ups for forever?
No, you wouldn't, because the way you're taught to do them in gym class or in sports trainings, they're kind of correcting that. Like when I had my yoga and Pilates studio and I was doing this full time, I worked with professional athletes and teams and a number of people. Very athletic and strong people were doing core exercises completely wrong. And in doing so, throwing out their back. So, that is the best thing. Pilates is very good for healing your back. That's awesome.
Well, here's the other thing, that I applied that same thing to my entire posture, including when I walk.
Ding, ding, I had to. That's exactly the key, John.
I had to adjust it's taken me about a week or 10 days. I had to adjust my feet a little bit, the way I hit the ground, in order to keep my back straight right there. And then I also do it when I'm sitting. You figured all that out. Yep. Well, I've had this back pain for 30 years. I'm not kidding. And
oh my gosh.
They want to give you a pill or they want to do this. And I thought by standing up straight, which in effect puts that curve in your spine, makes it hurt.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit of it. It's almost like a little slouch. And when I walk now, I'm kind of out over my toes a little bit, but I don't care because my back pain is completely gone. It is freaking completely gone. I cannot believe it.
I'm so excited about that.
I'm not kidding. I've been telling everybody I'm like a zealot. So cool. I'm like a religious. I'm like, look, you got to do this little yoga move. It will change.
Yeah. Well, Rosie says exercise does me harm. And, listen, I have worked with people with so many different medical conditions, fibromyalgia, like everything. And really, it's all about the alignment. Like what he's talking about today is you want to always think of pulling like your belly button back to your spine, and you don't want to overarch your lower back. A lot of people have this posture naturally. It's called lordosis, where you have this accentuated curve in the lower back, and it gives you back pain. So I will definitely be doing more. I will definitely put out another video this week because you just encouraged me to do that.
You
Yeah.
told us you told me you would, so you have to.
I will. I promise
All
I
right.
will. I will for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I definitely will.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah. Melissa Man says, I'm glad he's glad you're feeling better. Oh,
Yes.
thank you, JJ Glover. That's a nice compliment. Thank you.
Aw.
I like to think of myself as friendly and genuine. I'm glad that's what comes off for you.
You
So,
are.
awesome. Yeah. So Squirrel Friend says, I had my hip replaced 5 years ago, and yoga is amazing. That's right. It's all about the alignment. You just got to do the right kind of exercise, Rosie. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, John, are you going to stay up here while we're taking a look at this, or what do you want to do?
Uh-oh.
Don't have an audio. All right, John. I'm going to move forward with looking at some of this stuff, John, but I'm so glad to hear that. And we're so glad that we found you too. I really, truly was a little bit worried about you. So I'm so happy to see you here. That's really terrific. So cool. All right. So let's see. Let's do this to us. And all right.
Okay.
So, we do have a pretty good historical record of what was going on in the Watts household and the Watts life through Shanann Watts' Facebook posts. Well, okay, let's be real. Like Facebook posts, we all know that people try to put their best foot forward. They try to present their best self, the best aspects of their life. But, usually we can find a bit of fact or some kind of a timeline within all that fluffernutter, right? So let's just take a look at. Now, remember, the bankruptcy documents were filed in June of 2015, and the debts were fully discharged in September of 2015. So let's go back a little to 2014 and take a look at what was going on according to the Facebook posts.
You want to see Daddy thriving? You guys might get dizzy here. Watch CC's blink, fellas. CC's enjoying it. Yee. She's I think Daddy's dizzy.
Daddy's very dizzy.
Hold on, let Daddy catch his balance. Hold on. CC. Oh, kid. Oh my goodness, kid. You need a break? Daddy did the running and you need the break?
The room is spinning. It was spinning. Okay.
Watch them.
All right.
You got to duck though, because your daddy's tall and you're tall. Just watch the fan.
You got my hair?
Oh my God! Look at this swiping.
Watch out, Dieter.
I know.
Watch out, Cece.
So we wonder if it's a family thing. I'm going with yes.
Cece, watch out. Cece, wait.
Yeah,
honey.
I forget what year her parents
Cece, wait.
they had been bankrupt. I forget
It's
what year.
Bella's turn.
That's right.
Yep.
Cece don't like sharing. Thanks, Shannon. We got to catch
Oh
up.
God, Cece's crying.
All right, go by Daddy.
Oh.
Go by Daddy.
I know. It's like a headache.
Hold on, Bo. Hold on, Bo.
Chrissy's gonna lose it. He's so dizzy. You can tell he's slowing down. Oh, this is hilarious. Again? Cece, I think you're dizzy, buddy.
That is dizzy.
I couldn't agree more, Debbie.
I never saw that picture. That's the dining
Oh,
room
yeah.
table they had to sell. Okay.
Pure happiness in their
Yeah.
voices.
Wow.
So you see, oops, let me just point out here. So let's see. Hold it. So you see here, we have some mentioning of various MLM. So this is 2014. So we've got, well, Bella under the dining room table. And then we've got, let's see, Bella having fun at her first 31 party. So 31 is an MLM that sells, they sell these really great totes and some like,
All the bags that
like,
you were selling.
yeah,
Okay.
the bags. Yeah. And I have a few because my friends have talked me into buying them. They're really nice and they're not that expensive, but you know, it is what it is, right? So
Mhm.
then what we've got Bella, she's trying to keep Bella from going up the stairs, I guess. And then we've got, kid getting too heavy, grab a 31 bag. So
Oh,
this is
God.
December 2nd, 2014. And then, all right, so let's just keep going from here a little bit.
Look at, say hi. Hi. Say hi. Hi, Didi. It's your birthday.
Cinco de Mayo, your birthday, Didi.
All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Wait.
Bella, say goodbye. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye. Bye. She doesn't stop. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys later. You'll see Daddy driving.
No.
Yeah, right.
You guys might get dizzy here. Watch CC's blink, Bells.
Okay, yeah. Could you bring me some rice? Thanks, honey.
CC's enjoying it.
Okay, so these are not, the rest of these aren't dated here in this video. This is a 2014 Facebook video that I had put out. So that was what was going on in 2014. Now, the best that I can tell, Shanann Watts got into Thrive in the year 2015. So it is, you know, interesting to me that it was 2015 that she got involved in Thrive. And that is, by the way, the same year that they declared bankruptcy. Remember, they declared bankruptcy?
Yes.
Yes.
Same,
In
yeah.
June 2015. And it was fully discharged in September 2015. And Kim, welcome, by the way. And 2D up yours. Interesting. Welcome. And MLM is multi-level marketing. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. Sometimes I take those terms for granted.
Yeah, we
you're
forget.
right on that. Yeah. So, okay. So let's just move along to check out what was going on in 2015 that was leading right up to those bankruptcies. Now, remember, according to Shanann's mom, Sandy R., most of that debt was medical debt. We did see in the bankruptcy documents that barely any of it that was listed was medical debt. It was
Right.
about $4,000, I think, a little
It
less.
wasn't.
The bulk share of it.
Mhm.
Okay, thanks, Cole. The bulk share of it was unsecured credit card debt to the tune of $70,000.
Right.
All right, let me share this with you. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Kurt Stacy. Hi, Kurt Stacy. Thank you in chat the other day saying, everyone take it easy on Kelly if it gets too late. She has to go to work in the morning. I didn't have Wi-Fi throughout the next day. It was just crazy. I really appreciate that, though. Hi, Vicki Sherlock. Welcome. How are you doing? All right, so let's take a look at this.
Are you having too much fun? Close the door. Oh, wait. Turn it up.
Aw,
Oh, goodness.
sweethearts. I know.
Yes.
Nice. You want music? Okay. What? You know how to turn the music on. Tell Alexa.
Where is she?
She's in the kitchen. Say, Alexa, 80s music, please.
80s music, please. Music.
Say, Alexa,
Alexa.
80 music.
80 music.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know what she's
Yeah,
saying.
they are expensive. I got a really good deal. Ours was 11 and a half pounds. Paid $40 for it at King Supers. Hold on. It's continuously blessing me and my family, and I can't tell you how much how blessed I feel. And after this call tonight, not only do I know I'm with the right company, but I'm also know that I am changing my friends and family's lives as we speak. Oh my God, I'm still in shock. I gotta call you guys. I don't know. It's amazing. Hi, baby. And to be able to have that time freedom with my children. You want to say hi? You want a snack? Okay, go pick a snack out, okay? I have to go help her with the snack. I'll show you. But literally, you guys, if you have been waiting, have you been watching, let me know. You guys, if you want to join me, I have this for you. This packet of DFTs, the I Am 2017. I am going to be on that stage in Dallas in April 28th. I'm so excited to see Emmett Smith talk. I'm not a Dallas fan, but I love Emmett Smith. Hold on, baby. So I'm super excited. Christine, I am.
So you see, right around now, we're getting to the time where they declared bankruptcy. But from everything that we can see that was going on the Watts home, there still was a lot of spending going on. Bought Sissy a beautiful lamp for her room. There are a lot of posts where there's mentionings of spending of Thrive stuff, and you would possibly think that there were a lot of medical bills because there was a lot of posts about going to the doctors. But again, in the documents, we didn't really see that.
Literally,
Right.
Okay, baby. No, just one, honey. Absolutely. So excited. Okay, baby. So you guys literally reach out to me if you're ready to do this. Let's do this now. Now's the time. Let's get this going. Let's get this show on the road and have a blast. Bella, put one back, baby. It's hard to say no to that face, but I got to get one of those back. So you guys have a wonderful night, and literally my team, not on my team, let's get connected. Let's do this. Let's make this our year. Like, let's change lives, guys. Let's share what we love about Thrive. And I'm working for that $1 million bonus. So I will see you guys. I got to get to work. Love you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Now, I just want to note that all the pictures we see of Bella and Cece and any of the grandparents ever, the girls are usually just so happy and look so loved and cared for. And I personally, and this channel as a whole, support both victims' families as grandparents, as human beings. And I just wanted to take a moment to say that,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Both sides.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally. My gosh, the loss these people have endured.
Oh.
Terrible.
Happy birthday to you.
What? Did you blow my candles out?
Oh, God.
Mm.
Put your ears a little.
Yeah.
Say hi, Cece.
Do it again.
Oh, wee. Hi, Morgan. So, as we're sitting here watching my amazing promoters share their Thrive experience, it's been a true blessing this week to listen to 10 promoters share their experience. And because of me,
let's see here. So, here we're getting into the time around when, I'm sorry, I was looking for another file too. When, the bankruptcy was, filed and discharged, and, this always catches my eye. I'm
So
not
it was
pink girl, but
discharged,
Bella
did you
and
say?
Celeste need this. Yeah, it was, their debts were fully discharged in September of
Jesus.
2015, but Bella and
Okay.
Celeste need this Mustang, It's crazy.
because of me, their life has
They
changed.
do.
It's been a blessing to be able to help people feel that great and to be a part of their story. It's the most rewarding part of what I do. So my hair. Cece's climbing.
Wait, when was Cece born?
Cece was born. Let me pause this here. Cece was
20
born in July of 2015. So they filed for bankruptcy
Wow.
just before Celeste was born. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Thrive Experience, it's free. It's free to promote. It's free to thrive. I thrive every month for free. Hubby thrives for free.
It wasn't for free.
No, it was not. No.
Hi to the girls.
Okay. Hi. Oh my goodness. Cece's waving.
Let's see.
Those
I'm
down.
trying to do this video ready here.
Here,
Okay, where
hold the chair.
you ready? You're gonna go.
Here we go.
Here. Here we go.
Pop thrives for free. Daddy thrives for free.
Oh, look at Cece. Oh, she
Free.
was a cute baby.
She
My
was.
in-laws, my sister-in-law, everyone thrives for free. All you have to do
No.
is share. Share how much you love it. Share how great it is. Share how much it's helped you, and you get your product for free.
She was an act. She was a
just
good
like I
actress.
Gave a shout out
I
to
know.
the restaurant last night.
I couldn't fake
Benihana.
it if my,
They don't give me
everything's
anything
falling
for
apart.
I
doing that. They don't
know.
give me.
So here, we'll stop that right there. I know what you're saying. Now, listen, this wasn't even
Jesus.
intentional, really. It wasn't intentional at all. That let's see. So then this was, that Christmas of the year they declared bankruptcy. It was a nice Christmas, lots of things.
Leave. Leave.
So by then her parents moved in with them, correct?
I to be honest, I'm not sure of that time frame with them moving in with her. So I'd have to check on that. Do you think that's what it is?
I remember just reading. I just finished the book. In fact, Blood and Marriage, and I
That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna read it on my channel just to read it. It's fantastic. But I just
Awesome. Hey, can you guys put the Curious Rose's link in chat? So Curious Rose is going to be reading the book Blood and Marriage by
Kathleen.
You tell us, Curious Rose.
Yeah, it's Kathleen who was a friend of Cindy Watts. They are no longer friends.
Something Houston, right?
They are no
Okay.
longer friends, but she writes a very honest. She doesn't make anybody look pretty. It's what it is what it is, and it's probably why they don't. They are no longer friends. But I'm pretty sure. The quote was that Sandy knew she had to go out and help her daughter when she was having her second baby. So
Right.
I don't know the date. I just know I believe it was that year. I'll have to just look and see if it says it. But I mean, so then she had she was getting $1,000 from her parents when they moved in. So she was getting a little bit more income, but yet still going in the hole.
Totally. Wait, just 1 second. I got to get a drink.
Oh, thank you.
Where is my drink? Okay, I think I'll survive. So I just want to point out these two comments because there are two different views we have on here. Equally, well, Vicky says Kelly showed how they are taught to use the same language, and I see that is so true, and that is true. Now, Michelle Gardner says, now Michelle is somebody who's involved in multi-level marketing and is successful in it and thinks that, I believe she thinks that some of the things that, I'm presenting or other people are presenting are kind of one-sided and might be exaggerated. So I do want to be fair and present the other side of it, because I'm certainly not saying that, multi-level marketing goes down this way for everybody. For some people, it is a good fit, and for some people, it does work. So now Michelle says,
oh yeah,
she's telling the truth about the free part. I've never paid anything for a kit nor monthly fee, and I get at least $400 a month or more in free product a month. Now, I've got to say, from my experience and the many people I've known and myself who have been involved in MLMs, there are many people out there like Michelle. But
Right.
if you have the kind of personality in Michelle, so I have to make an assumption about you. That is, you're somebody who faces things in your life as they come up and you handle them in a responsible way, right? And for those people, I think MLMs can work just fine, or really well even. But for people who tend to be attracted towards things that are going to allow them to create an illusion in their life of greater success and stability and whatever than actually exists, MLMs act as a perfect vehicle to cover it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do want people who are involved in MLMs to know that I do see that side of it. I experienced a side of it. I was in the last MLM I was involved in. I decided I was going to make money in it. I did make money in it. It was great, whatever. I had to stop at a certain point because I personally didn't think that I could continue when the compensation plan was no longer in the kind of front loaded favor of me just having been new in that MLM. And I also had a full-time job, and I just didn't think I could do it.
Right.
If I wanted to dedicate more energy to it, maybe I could have. I'm not saying that nobody can. I'm just saying that these are my own experiences and the experiences that I've observed of other people around me. And, based on what we can see, what was going on with Shanann Watts, I think that the whole picture is rather telling. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, how's my audio, everyone? Is it
There's
going in
reference.
and out, or is it okay?
You're good right now. It was out a little bit before. Not bad, but you're fine now.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, anyone let me know if you have a problem with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, DC says, I love the different views. It makes me think. Yeah. So I guess, listen, guys, I'm not trying to tell you on this channel how to think about anything. I do want to present, as rounded of a picture as I can on every issue that we discuss. So, I will be happy to represent the other side of anything if somebody wants to present it and it seems like it's valid, right?
Oh,
hey, Matt
yeah.
Willis. Oh, thank you so much. Matt Willis being the forever amazing moderator. Love you, Matt Willis.
Oh, thank you, DC.
So.
DC gave a sticker. Thank you, DC.
Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, darling. Really appreciate that. Yeah, 273 in chat. Welcome, everybody. I'm at 291 now, is what I see. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
thank you for
a
the
lot of new
support,
people
Prime
tonight.
Time. That's awesome.
Really nice to see new people here.
Yeah. And I just want to say, Squirrel Friend says, that's why I love this channel. Nobody judges you for a difference of opinion. Well, myself and the moderators, we strive to create that atmosphere. And I want to thank the moderators for ensuring that we have that atmosphere, because you guys do a great job. So thank you so much.
Yes, we all have different opinions. As long as we're respectful, no one's going to have a comment deleted or taken away. The only way it's taken away is if it's downright horrifying.
Yeah, if it's like some nasty ass comment,
something nasty, because we're not nasty here, but we do like everyone's opinions.
Yes. And of course, Stacey puts a period on it saying this is how mature discussions are supposed to be conducted. I agree. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome, Steve H. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Bass Girl 42. How are you doing? Okay, so now let's see. I'm not sure how to make this turn here. So, what I find to be, let's see. So let's just take a look at some 2016 quickly before I have anything more to say. Okay. It's just going to take me a minute to get there. So hold up. Wait a minute. Stop screen. Okay. Let me know if you want to grab any, if you're able to grab any chest. So go out of your way, Rose. I know it's hot and nasty outside.
I'm looking if anything comes up that we, no problem.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions.
So 2014, Kelly, they were doing okay, correct?
Yeah, it seemed that way. In 2014, they were doing okay. Oh, I did see that somebody commented on, the MLM, sub storyline to this whole horrific tragedy. And again, I just want to repeat, I am in no way saying, and I just want to say this channel as a whole is not saying that Shanann was in any way responsible for her death or the death of her children.
No,
There are a lot, there are a lot of interesting family dynamics that we see in this story that people relate to. And I've said it and I will say it again, particularly towards the end of Shanann's life. I think she had made this really sincere commitment to wanting to help people. And I don't think it respects her or Bella and Celeste to erase their history and replace it with something different than their history actually was. I'm not going to do that. And I don't think anyone that does that is giving them any respect. Although sometimes people will claim that, you take the self-righteous road. Sorry, I'm not buying it. Just not.
That. No.
No.
Not here.
No, we're both like, no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hold on.
Rosie asked, is there any way if we can slow chat? I know we can slow chat. I just forget how you do it.
Yes, I can slow chat, and I have to go in. How did I do it the other? Can I not remember how to do this? I will try. I never
remember.
I got it. I remember. Just give me 1 second. Cool. Let me get this next thing loaded up, and then I'll take care of that, Rosie. Good suggestion. All right, so I'm looking for 2016. Hope everyone's doing really well on this lovely Tuesday evening, and then wherever you are. Well, I guess if you're like from Australia or a different, part of the world, you don't have this problem. But if you are in the United States, I hope that you're cool.
You're slowly melting
because the whole damn thing's on fire.
It's crazy.
I know I've been really hot.
Yeah,
Curious Rose and I have been kind of
when it's 9 at night and it's still humid out. That's not nice.
That's an issue. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got the 2016 here. So I'm going to pop this up and then I will work to
slow chat. Okay.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so there's that. Let me just pull it into the stream. Welcome everybody. Hello, Double R. How you doing? Just caught my eye. Hi Donna, how you doing? All right. Share. Talk to self. Share. All right. So glad I made these videos with the Facebook posts because they come in.
I know you have so many good like that. I never saw what their dining room set had even looked like.
Yeah. We just got it at tips of our fingers here. Yeah, it was extravagant. So, let me just refresh. So, remember, the bankruptcy was declared. The paperwork was submitted in June of 2015. Mm-hmm. The bankruptcy was fully discharged, unsecured debts, everything but the home and obligations to, the cars were discharged in September of 2015. So, as we're looking at the beginning of 2016 here, that's just, a few months after the discharge of debts.
They basically have a clean slate.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Christmas is the best time of the year. I don't know I have one cup of beer.
The mistletoe.
So here we have 3 months after the bankruptcy was discharged. Jesus. Shopaholics, Stardom Young, Target, Hobby Lobby.
I can see somebody that's for you.
Kiss her.
Wants for me. Have a jolly Christmas. No.
So now some people find these posts to be distasteful. I'm sorry, I'm not the person that made them. I'm just keeping a historic record of them.
I know.
Yeah, so this is, these are the posts, during this time. Here's the deal. Shortly after, the whole bankruptcy thing happened in early 2016, Shanann Watts was convinced that Bella had familial Mediterranean fever and she was taking her rectal temperature twice a day to give data to the doctor towards the diagnosis of familial Mediterranean fever. I had never even heard of that prior to this case. How one even accesses that is a hypothesis of what your child is going through. I don't know. You're a nurse, Rose. How common is that?
My brother has a blood. It's called thalassemia anemia, and you get a headache when you're little. You could sometimes have fevers, but I've never heard of that one. I don't know how she even found where you would even find that information to then say this is what my child has, and I'm not going to stop until I find someone who agrees with me on it. That, it wasn't genetic. No one in her family, I don't think anyone had it. So
it was rather arbitrary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's check it. So you see, not only these posts in here, but there's other videos and whatnot where it was very clear that Bella was obsessed with taking her temperature any way she could. And that's concerning to me, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If she's not looking for oil, she's looking for Vaseline, the Vaseline.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
On the floor.
So see, we have more here, with going to the various specialists, lots and lots of that, lots of lotion, lots of Vaseline, lots of Aquaphor, lots of oils.
A lot, yeah. I hate this video. I can't stand him, and I think he looks so stupid dancing.
I know he does. He is stupid.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog, diggity dog. It's brand new way. What you waiting? Get up, stretch out, get on the floor. What was trying to say? Hot dog, hot dog.
I don't want him to really go in the ocean.
Ready, set.
Did we slow chat, Kelly?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay, she's working on it, Rosie. Hang on. Give us a minute, please.
Yeah.
The pool opens in 2 weeks too.
What's the degrees today?
85 last I checked. 120.
Wow.
No, CC.
Yeah.
CC, girl.
Oh God. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? She can climb that.
Girls, thank you for the sweet.
Thank you for the first I see. Thank you, God, for everything.
Amen.
Oh, don't look at Daddy. He's opening his birthday present. He's getting a month to thrive.
Heck yeah. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
You should be kidding.
I gotta censor this, brother.
Oh, lotion. She had lotion too. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
The kids are thrilled with your birthday present.
Oh, yeah, definitely wearing this.
There is. I'm looking for a certain video.
Are you serious?
No leather face.
Oh my goodness.
Cece got her ice.
Just Oh my goodness, I gotta take that day off and the day after off. Hell yeah!
Do it back to Cece.
Come on,
Bella.
do it, Bella.
No, cheater.
Go, Cece.
Oh,
Sorry about the volume.
Grab it, Bella. Don't
Grab it.
scream.
Sorry.
Oh.
Kid Dieter.
nice one.
Kid Dieter.
She worked overnight. Okay, so she was still working. She was working with that and somewhere else.
Blah, 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 blah. What's that, sweetie?
If you go back maybe 2 slides, it said worked overnight. So was she working in the at the hospital still? See that? Okay,
Mom worked overnight and then picked up these cuties for Celeste. I don't think so. She was done working in the hospital in, I think, 2014. I don't know. I have a feeling she's talking about Thrive. Okay. So notice
Okay.
here, some things we're working with. This is around the time when, I didn't point this out because I was looking at for something else, but let's go back here just really quick. So we've got, dentist, fine, whatever. Good. Go to the dentist. That's good. So it was in,
He's getting a month of Thrive.
okay.
Heck yeah.
So it was in July of 2016 that, she eventually, got to that level somehow, whether it was, through her team sales or something plus, in July of 2016, about a year later.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. Let's see where we left off with that. Yeah. All right. Let me just play a little more of this here. Okay. Oh my God. Let me just get past that. It's just, I'm sorry.
I did it.
I never even knew Bella played T-ball until I
Take
saw
it back.
this.
Come on, do it.
I know. I never knew that either.
Get through
In the
that.
car.
I should not have used that as the audio.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Look at Cece.
All right, Cece. Cece, there's a car. Hurry, Cece. Here.
Don't scream. Bella, come back over here.
No. You all right, Belle? Oh, Cece's behind the curtains.
Crash. I'm no longer having fun. Cece, not in the window, babe.
Cece! Hold on.
All right, guys. See you later. I'm going to tease you a little bit more. Yeah, it's a German. We adopted him from a friend, and it's definitely a German name. So, what do you want, Nita? Get it? Where's Dieter?
I just got it. Nope.
Hi, Bella, your turn. All right, they're not gonna play fairly. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Girl, say goodbye.
Bye.
Cece, don't do that.
Bye.
Say goodbye. Cece, don't be mean. Girl, say goodbye. Hang on, guys.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
Uh-oh. He's gonna get on too. Get on, Peter.
Coral, sit up, honey. Your poor neck.
All right. So that was all of that. So that was going on in the years during and around the time that the bankruptcy was declared. So, I mean, does anyone have any specific thoughts about that? Let's see. Yeah, I thought Bella was like Chris and Sandy are too. I know some people say that she looks like somebody that would insinuate that Cece was the child of someone other than Chris, but I just see pure like Sandy R in there.
There's a picture somewhere where it's a baby picture of Sandy, and next to Cece. Wow, it's like identical.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, hey. Jeez. Thank you, DC Primetime. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Almost 300 in chat today on a Tuesday evening.
Yeah,
Cheers.
really.
Yeah. And thank you so much, DC. You're awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. It really helps. I appreciate it. And I try to, when Curious Rose up here, I try to share some with her when I can. So
Yes, you do.
depends
Thank
on
you.
what's going on with the channel. Sometimes things get, you guys don't need to know about this.
No,
I just try to make a policy of not talking too much about the.
I agree.
Some channels tell everything about their monetization status and whatever. It just is what it is. You guys don't need to worry about that. Like,
you don't need to
that's
do
crap
that.
I got to worry about. Yeah. Or not worry about it,
Yes,
whatever.
and Double R, thank you. You did put. I saw it was like a $4.99 sticker. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh,
It
I
was
didn't see
way up.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I'm so
way up.
sorry.
If you
Damn it.
scroll up, it is there. Thanks so much.
Well, let me pin it because like I
Yeah,
feel
it's
really
like
bad
way
to
up the
make it.
chat, but it's there.
Thank you so much, Double R. And I also want, oh, there you are. I got it. Thank you, Double R. That's awesome. And Double R, remember, Double R has an open invitation to come up on panel because we are ready to roll out that red carpet for you. So anytime you want to, please just let me know and you can come up and say what you'd like to say. Okay. Now, I'd want to see, Michelle, I just saw you saying something to Matt Willis. Hi, Kelly Searches Equal Answers. How are ya? About, I think, showing that, how things work for you with the, oh, here it is. She says to Matt Willis, I don't chat much and I'm just now saying anything. And I've thought about reaching out to a few, but didn't really know how to show proof of how it really works for me. Anyways, I'm not sure if you're talking about the MLM there, actually, now that I read it.
I
But
don't either.
I just want you to know that I personally believe you when, you tell us how the MLM works for you. And that's why I try to always represent your side of that. And I've even done that when you're not in chat because I think it's really important. And I'm glad that you bring that balance to the whole situation. And thank you so much, girlfriend. Thank you so much. She says, you ladies rock. Curious Rose does rock. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, girlfriend.
Squirrel. Thank you.
And I love her name. It might
I
be
know.
like her name.
That was so nice. Thank you so much.
That is really nice.
Yeah, it does work for some people. It's that, I mean, there's no denying that.
Totally.
And she tried a lot of them. She sold Unique for a bit.
That's right.
She tried a few. So for whatever reason, she wasn't
That's
making,
right.
yeah, she wasn't
That's a good
making what,
point.
yeah, you have to look at it that way. She kind of tried quite a few of them, waiting for that big moment to happen where she was really going to hit it big and make the big money.
Such a good point.
Yeah.
And when in my own experience, with MLMs, and I was involved in 3 of them, I definitely saw those people that were, in this MLM and that MLM and this one and that one too. Woohoo! And there were some people who did effectively, have like their primary MLM, and from there they would, leverage their, social media network to help someone else's MLM. And I'm assuming, well, what I observed is, and their friends MLM would then promote them in return. And man, I think that's like a great model. I mean, I think it's always good for businesses to help one another out and give each other a hand. I think that's a really great way for businesses to be successful. Just like I think, on YouTube,
it's the same way we do it here.
Exactly. I think that's like a really great way of doing things. Unfortunately, it's just been my experience that in observing that is not generally the way it works, but it does sometimes work that way. Absolutely. So anything, I have to say about MLMs is obviously just based on my observations, which first of all is clearly limited.
Right.
And it's not a rule. It's, just a trend that I personally have observed. So I just want to make that known.
Right. Exactly.
I think it's important to emphasize that. All right. So
it says she let the kids have Thrive. There was Thrive for kids. I forget what it was called. It was like a drink, some kind of a juice that the kids had. I forget the name of it, but they did like it. So yes, it was, but that was specifically for children. So I just want to put that out there because Someone said she was letting the kids have Thrive, but it was a product, especially.
Well, I mean, they were eating the pro
They
bars
did
and
eat
whatnot,
the
and
pro bars,
I
but
do
as
have to
far as
say
the
about
shakes go, I never saw Cece making her own, cafe.
yeah,
But
yeah. I think
but
they drew the line at cafe.
let's hope so. Thrive K. Thank you, Elizabeth Bridges. Thrive K.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you.
oh, that's actually a good segue into what we're going to look at next. Just one
Okay.
moment. I'm
Okay.
running slow here and buffering.
Okay.
Well, here, while I wait for that, I've got something to show you. So, all right. So, the interesting thing to me is this. I'm not sure really how to, I'm not really sure how to couch this discussion, but I think it's an important one. So I'm going to forge ahead with it. So, and everything that we see going on with now, I'm talking about the Watts as a couple. I'm talking about Shanann and Chris because they were both parties to this bankruptcy. They were both parties to their finances. Do I think that Shanann knew more about it and Chris knew less about it? Yes. But does that make either one of them any more at fault? In my opinion, no, it doesn't. They were a married couple. No offense to anybody who sees marriage as something different, but I have an opinion of marriage that it is largely a property rights institution. And when you do get married, you do combine your finances, you do combine your assets in most cases, and that's what's up. Well, whether or not you're going to agree with those details 100% or not, or if I'm accurate 100% or not, the point is both people in a marriage are ultimately responsible for overseeing the security and stability of their finances and making sure that things don't go off the deep end, right?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
let's see here, just one moment. Oh man, there's this one video I'm just dying for and I just can't seem to find it, but that's okay. We're gonna go with everything else.
Okay.
So give me 1 second here. Do you see it? Does anyone have any questions so far? If you do, caps and chat really quick, we will attend to them and then move on.
What I did want to tell you was how you were saying how both sides, both grandparents, really love the children so much. It's you. Yes. I never knew this. Cindy was agoraphobic.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's something really interesting.
It's basically her life revolved around getting up pretty much in the morning, going, a set schedule, knowing what she was going to do.
Wow.
But when they needed her to watch the children, she never thought twice about not getting on a plane and going in a big, the Denver airport alone is a very scary place.
Oh my gosh.
That was one thing they said she never complained about, which to me was
wow.
I thought that was something to be said.
Wow.
Yeah, she had a terrible life. Her mother, she was had a very abusive childhood. And yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, that's really wild. I did not know that. So Cindy Watts is an agoraphobic, so she does not like to leave the house.
Nope.
But, she had really, willingly went out to Colorado when they needed her help, which really says a lot about her commitment to her family and her grandkids.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let's see. Hold it here. I'm just scrolling through something here.
Just read in chat.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Now the book is funny. The blood and marriage, because even though the woman was friends with Cindy, when she refers to Chris throughout the entire book, she does not call him Chris. She calls him Pennywise. Now I'm deadly afraid of clowns, and she refers to him as Pennywise, who was the scary clown from the Stephen King novel and movie It.
Right.
Throughout the entire movie, she calls him Penny. Now I'll just
Oh
put
my
it
God,
out
that's
there.
so
When I read
funny.
this book to everyone, I am calling him Chris. Because if I have to say Penny every time, I'll be like in the fetal position. I'm
Oh my
afraid of clowns.
God.
Yeah,
Oh no, you're afraid of
it's
clowns. I know a lot of people who are afraid of clowns.
Oh, I am. And when as soon as like you get to the second page and she says that's what she's going to refer to him as, I'm like, you couldn't pick something else.
Right. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that's what she calls him the entire book. But I'm like, I'm just going to have to put a little disclaimer out there. I'm going to just still call him by his name. But we're going to leave
Oh my
Penny out of
God.
it because it scares the hell out of me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, she writes funny. That's
funny.
for how sad of a book it is. She's a good writer. It's an enjoyable book. The way she doesn't favor any side, and that's why I think people will enjoy it.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Very cool. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I really have to read that book, or I'll just listen to you read the book. Even better. Oh my God, seriously.
Yeah, I figured I'll read it like maybe 1 or 2 chapters and then stop. Anybody has questions, whatever. But
yeah,
it's great. I mean, it's really a great book.
Definitely awesome. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, DC. You're awesome,
Thanks,
DC. Thank you so much, girl. You are just spoiling us. She says 300 in chat. Thank you for your support. Oh, thank you for your support for Kelly. DC, thank you so much. You are a sweetheart. Thank you for supporting me, the channel, and Curious Rose. Thank you so much.
Nice.
I really appreciate it. She's awesome. Good girl.
Yeah,
we love DCT Rose or DCT Rose. I just mixed your names up. I'm sorry, girls. We love DC Prime. She contributes a lot of good information up here on panel too, just like a Curious Rose does.
Vicky Sherlock, Curious Rose. What? Yes, Vicky Sherlock. You heard me right. The author refers to Chris as Pennywise, but I won't be. But I won't be.
Wait, let me get that straight. She refers to him as that throughout the whole thing.
He's Penny. It's Penny through the whole thing. She lets you know that.
So weird. I mean, that's fine, but that would weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that would just be hard for me.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oops. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So now this is a hard turn for me to make, but I got to make the turn somehow. So, what struck me is I was doing all of this research about the bankruptcy and sort of, I'm just going to be honest, what I consider to be a failure in several MLMs. Some of you may disagree with me, and I'm not saying everyone who does MLMs is a failure in MLMs, but from all of the information that I was able to access. Hi, David. How are you? That is my conclusion. So, I've been hesitant to come out and say it like that, but that's what's up. I'm sorry, but and I'm sorry. I know I really believe that Shanann tried and she wanted to find the success. I think if she was in a traditional kind of business and she had the same inspiration and work ethic that she seemed to have in the MLM, she would have made great money and she would have been successful. It's unfortunate that somebody selfishly and horrifically took her life before she was able to get into her stride in that manner.
Yeah.
So let's listen to what Chris Watts' mom, Cindy Watts, has to say about the children's routines and what that household had picked up from Babywise. See, I think I'm about to look at it, and none for them, not even on the last day of their lives. Oh my God, that's the worst part. Celeste was born with her esophagus too small, and then Shanann with her neck surgery was. Sandy must be referring to the second. Sorry, guys, I wasn't sure. On the girls. If Cece was born with anything wrong with her, it sure never showed. She was the healthiest, most active, and happiest little girl. I hate that she went through all of those procedures and all of those drugs from birth. Both girls were left to cry it out. Shanann said it was something like Babywise. I thought it was horrible. 2-hour naps, unless they were at daycare. Drugs at 6 p.m. every single night, sick or not. Bed at 6:30 or 7 at the latest. Those loud rain machines. I was told to never go in when they cried. No rocking ever. I'd watch Bella crawl out of her bed in the dark and crawl to her bookshelf. Then sit in the corner in the dark, holding a book she couldn't read in the dark. If the children had really had asthma, wouldn't having let them cry like that upset, set off the asthma, or Cece's choking. I noticed that when we would FaceTime every night for 4 years straight. Looking back, when we would FaceTime Chris, he'd be putting the phone all over the ceiling, the floors, etc. I said, Christopher, what are you doing? And then he would FaceTime normally. Before Shanann came to North Carolina, Celeste had a rash on her private
we don't
area,
need to hear
and
about this.
she went. Okay, so there's that. That's what Cindy Watts has to say about the girls' routine as it was. Hi, Tabitha Jane. Tabitha Jane, I watched one of your videos today, and I thought it was very informative and extremely intriguing and accurate. If you or somebody else wants to put your channel in chat,
I'll put your channel
please
right
do
now.
that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely takes a certain perspective, but I have to say the video that I did have the chance to watch today, and by the way, it was the only YouTube video I had the chance to watch today. I thought it was extremely informative and accurate. So kudos to you for the hard work. Hello, Lobo. How are you? Go ahead.
Just so you know that they did not obey by Shanann's rules when they babysat the children. She did not ever once give the medicine. She didn't give the medicine at night. Sandy and Frank were living there when they had Cindy come and babysit. Sandy didn't give them the medicine. They let the kids stay up way past their bedtime.
Naughty.
Not giving them the medicine, the kids would wake up in the middle of the night, and Cindy said, and what I would do? I'd let them come and sleep in the bed with me, which is the one thing Shanann did not want us to do, but I didn't care. As a grandmother, that's what you do. You spoil your grandkids.
Perfect segue.
Yeah.
So let's listen to this. Let's see. I couldn't find the one that I really wanted, but that's okay. I'm going to be following up on this, so
okay.
Here we go. We've got a couple videos for you.
Okay.
Face in the crowd, yes, I agree. She says they looked much healthier when they were with their grandparents. They did. They just did. It's just a fact. All right. So, here.
Guys, up in my office, trying to hide. So the girls just went down for their nap. They're sleep trained, so you just put them in their room and they're done. So I'm trying to figure out.
So you just put them in the room and they're done.
Jesus.
Just like that.
She was very proud of that.
Mm-hmm. We have more.
I'm gonna do another shake for lunch because I am not in a mood to eat today.
Oh, good night,
I'm
Mrs.
not that
O.
hungry. I want something.
Good night, Mrs. O.
I was Lori. They're in bed. It don't take me long. They're sleep trained, so I literally just pop them in bed and they're good to go. I don't rock them. Don't cradle them. Put them in bed and they're done.
Did you hear that?
The hardest part.
I don't
Let me play it again.
them.
Sorry.
But not cradle
Do
a
another
newborn.
shake for lunch
Mm-hmm.
because I am not in a mood to eat today. I'm not that hungry, but I want something. I was Lori. They're in bed. It don't take me long. They're sleep trained, so I literally just pop them in bed and they're good to go. I don't rock them. Don't cradle them. Put them in bed and they're done.
Very robotic. Now let me say, let's see, who said she loves her kids? Because I agree with that.
We didn't say she didn't love them. Of course she loved her children.
So Bridget Wright says she loved her babies. Of course she loved her babies. I absolutely think she loved her babies. I think the problem is some of the institutions that Shanann got involved with. For her, and this is not everyone, this MLM structure allowed her, in my opinion, to create an illusion in her life of something that she wanted to portray that didn't really exist. In my opinion, the adhering to these ways of baby wise was, just a method of control. And I think that she needed that control because I've said this before and I will say it again. I think that she is a trauma survivor of sorts who never faced that trauma and healed from it. I'm sure if she had continued to live her God-given life and it wasn't horrifically taken away from her by her husband and other people, whatever the situation may be, I'm sure she would have found a way to work through all of these things. Depending on your age, 34 may seem young or old. 34 in the context of a lifetime is very young. She was not that old. She had a lot more life to live, and it's an absolute tragedy was taken away from her. Becky Boo says, babies don't cry for manipulation. Exactly. Yeah, and I feel this way. Face in the Crowd said, reason Cece was so full of energy is she never was able to run around and exhaust herself. I do think that those children definitely needed more exercise. Now, what if they were crying for a diaper change, right? So, wait, is this where? Wait, hold it.
Because someone said she had cameras in their rooms. Yes, she did.
Wait, hold it. If I think this is going to do, wait, listen
Go
here.
ahead.
The hardest part is changing Cece's diaper.
Yeah.
She squirms. Luckily, Bella is potty trained, so we don't have to worry about her anymore. So since you guys are...
Yeah. I mean, I know this is something I have never said before on this channel, and I guess I'm just going to say it now because it's come up. I've noticed in the videos, Cece had a full diaper a lot. I think they did not like changing the diapers, and I think there was a full diaper a lot. If you were to try to observe that aspect of what was going on with Cece, I think you would find it to be true. So now my point here is that I find it very interesting that there was all of this trial and error with the different MLMs, and it seemed to be a struggling for success in the MLMs. And I feel like Shanann really did want to work in the home, that it was hard for her to hold down a job outside the home. And I'm not saying that that's a good or a bad thing. That's just like what you can observe from her patterns. And then there was, clearly what seems to be the lack of discipline and responsibility when it came to the finances. Yet using this system of Baby Wise, it's exactly the opposite. There's so much discipline, there's so much responsibility, there's so much structure, and I'm not really even sure what to think about it. I just noticed this juxtaposition and large, things that were going on in that household. And I'm interested to know and what you guys think. I certainly don't have all the answers. I just observe these things, and I was like, wow, I need to throw that to you. Whoops, hold it. I've got another one for you here. I want to show you. Oops, what happened there? Hold it.
I just think you make a good point about Cece's briefs being so full. I mean, how could she not get a rash then?
They're full. I mean, yeah. I that's one of the first things I noticed about the videos, honestly. I just was like, damn, did that child ever get a diaper change? I don't know. I just noticed
not at night. They weren't going in that room at night. Once that they'll know.
Well, listen to this. All right, hold it. I know, and some of this is hard to listen to, and I'm sorry, but hailstorm. All right, here, let me share this. Welcome to everybody in chat. We have 355 in chat. Welcome, everybody. It's great that you're here.
Yeah, that's great.
That is great. All right. Okay, so this is when there was a hailstorm going on outside the home. So there is this particular day, and then the next day we're going to listen to some little excerpts here.
Okay. How you gonna stay out there? When we go to North Carolina, you'll get a lot of thunderstorms, but you won't get as much hail like you get here.
No, I'm going to get noise at Carolina.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Scared of the noise.
Thunderstorms are usually kind of loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can we go back to bed now?
No.
That we saw the show?
No.
No.
Because it's not stopping yet.
It is. It's just raining now. The hail stopped. The hail stopped. Don't mind me. It's late. She was going to be a storm chaser. I pray not.
I don't want to go back to bed.
It's time for bed now. We got to hurry up and go to sleep because the more sleep we get, the faster we get to north.
I'm sorry. That's when you just put your baby in bed with you and you stop what you're doing and you comfort them, in my opinion.
North Carolina. Can you say North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Good job. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. No, Cece, Chris is laying with her in her bed. Like we literally, it's 6:30. They go to bed at 6:30, and it just it downpoured, and the lightning and the wind, the hail was hitting her window, and she got scared. So I wanted to show her so she knew not to be afraid of it. So now that it's done and it's just pouring, we can go back to bed. So mommy's got work to do. We're doing good, Mary. It's good hearing from you. I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go put this munchkin back to bed. Say goodbye, Bella. Say bye. Hey, Dreamer. Say goodbye. Bye, guys. Who wants to watch round 2?
Hey, Truth and Transparency. I'm sorry I missed your live with AD earlier. I got home from work late.
Oh yeah. I caught it briefly that somebody said, "Oh, they're back together." I said, "I didn't know they broke up."
No, I think they're doing something together. I don't even know what it is.
That's good. So that's great. Nice. Good for them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Oh, I know. So yeah, Truth and Transparency was on Armchair Detective tonight. So if you guys didn't watch it, please check it out on the replay. That's what I'm gonna have to do tomorrow because I had to work late this evening. I'm gonna be on Armchair Detective on Thursday evening to talk about some of the oh gosh, I don't know, an issue that I touched on in a previous live stream that we want to discuss. Let's just say that much, okay?
So tomorrow night you'll be on AD?
Thursday night.
Okay,
so
that's I keep making today Wednesday. Okay,
that's all right. All good. So
great. That's great, though, Kel.
Yeah, but I definitely want to see from the preview of what AD put up today. It sounds like Truth and Transparency AD are working together on something different, and I can't wait to see what that is. I really wanted to watch it, but I just wasn't able to. So let's see. Hold it. Where is the, sorry guys, I want to see. So this is where'd Bella leave off?
If everybody's saying it's still bright out. Yes. I mean, they went to bed at 6:30.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's like kind of a thing.
Doesn't get dark here till almost 9 o'clock in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, they were always going to bed when it was dark out. Hold on, I've just got to find the place here. Are there any questions? Does anyone want to put any questions up in chat?
A lot of people were just like, "Wow, it's light out," like, and they're going to bed. Yeah. Look how bright the sun is through the window. I know it's sad.
You know, and again, I just want to emphasize that truly my whole point here is to say that I truly believe that this family was in crisis. I think that and now I'm not saying that family or friends, necessarily did anything wrong. Hindsight is 2020. I obviously wasn't there. I have the benefit of hindsight of looking at all of these situations from the perspective I have, which is from a distance and after the fact. I get it. Nevertheless, it is a proven fact, evidence-based proven fact that there are many times when a person or a family that you care about are in crisis, and it's believed or it's known that crisis could have perhaps been, interrupted, disrupted, intervened in at an earlier time before it became a true crisis where something absolutely horrific and tragic happened. Again, I by no means believe that Shanann was responsible in any way for her death or the death of her children.
Right.
All of these things are to show what was going on in this home with the bankruptcy, with the MLMs, with the very rigid, method of raising the children that really did not allow for a lot of love, affection, or comforting. I mean, I think when you look at this whole picture, you've got to say, what the heck? I mean, and more than anything, I don't like snicker at it. I don't like turn my nose up at it. Like it makes me sad because I'm sorry. I just can't see that there was truly a lot of happiness in that home. I just can't possibly see it. What do you think, Rose?
We're seeing what supposedly is the best of it. let's be right. Like we're seeing what's supposedly the very best of it, and it's a lot of kids. The kids cry a lot. You know, Bella's very timid and nervous. That is something that they do talk about a lot in the book. She watched Cece a lot. Like she was very worried about her sister. She knew at a very young age that if Cece eats her food, she'll die. That's a strong word to tell a little girl. And she was a bright little girl, and she worried about it all the time.
It is. And now I know that, a counterpoint that can be made to that is, well, of course, if she did have an allergy that was of that magnitude, well, of course, you would want her sister and anyone else around her to know.
Oh, yeah. And that's for sure. It was the way they said it.
Exactly. It was the way they said it. And I also have to say, when Cece was chowing down on those Thrive bars and whatnot, I, especially during that time period, had yet to found any Thrive bars that were claiming that they were completely free of any nut product to the degree where if your child had an anaphylactic allergy, where it would be safe for them to eat the damn Thrive bar.
Right.
So, what's she wearing? Okay, so that's what we're wearing there. Okay, I just have to start it the next day with this brainstorm. Okay.
Warnings today, though.
So you can hear it's very loud.
By the time they come, it's not as bad as last night yet. Nikki, the nasty clouds are coming your way. The moisture, you guys, but it needs to stop because I got a doctor appointment in. He's in there. I'm really hoping there's just one. So. Cassie, we get rain like twice a year. Doesn't happen very often. I wish it happened a little bit more, but when we slept, so that way it didn't rain during the day. Yep.
You know what? It may have actually been.
All right, let's take a poll. Is there one?
I think it's actually just when she first. Sorry, guys. I think it's actually, this is where I remember it being, when she first was showing the outdoors. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Next day. Okay.
There's gonna be.
So loud.
It is so loud.
Again, there's tornado warnings today, though. It was pretty ugly just a few minutes ago. The kids are at school right now. Hopefully they're not getting any by then. By the time they come, you'll have more damage, unfortunately. Oh, hush, Cassandra. The nasty clouds are coming your way.
I have to find this. It's just taking me a minute. I'm sorry.
We needed the rain, that's for sure. Our grass is getting dry. It's very, very dry here this year. We need the moisture, you guys.
I remember it's like when she was like looking out the door, or when the camera was here.
That was last night.
Are you-
Man, the
you-
girls were scared.
when
Yeah.
Bella was
Cece-
looking out the
Listen,
door?
listen. No. Here, listen. Please listen.
Okay.
Here.
It's not as bad as last night. Man, the girls were scared to death. Cece held her ears all night long. All night, and it stopped when we left her room. We stayed in her room until it stopped. And then she didn't let her ears go because she was still scared of the sounds.
So that's how rigid the children's schedule needs to be with this baby wise system. So she said Cece was so scared she held her ears all night long, didn't let go, but she was in her crib alone.
He held her ears all night long. All night, and it stopped when we left her room. We stayed in her room until it stopped. And then she didn't let her ears go because she was still scared of the sounds.
But she was alone in her room. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, exactly. And what really strikes me is she says this in a way where she clearly didn't have a problem with telling people this. Listen.
Cece held her ears all night long. All night, and it stopped when we left her room. We stayed in her room until it stopped. And then she didn't let her ears go because she was still scared of the sounds.
Could you imagine seeing your child on baby camera so scared they couldn't let their ears go? And
I'm a little triggered by that. I didn't think too deep about that until now.
I honestly didn't even hear it until it was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Playing in the background, and my ears perked up, and I was like, "Did I hear that right?" Yeah, I did. So.
There's a disconnection there. I don't know what it is. There's a disconnection. There's a maternal disconnection. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is. And Beverly says, not mother of the year, but her kids not abusing them. And I will agree. I don't, there's, from my perspective, there's no signs of abuse like hitting them, physical abuse that would, leave physical signs. I do agree with that totally.
Right.
I'm definitely not asserting that. So I just want to make that clear. Yeah.
No, I think they needed more discipline.
Oh, they did. See, okay, that's a really good point because, in
my gosh.
my opinion, with working with kids through applied behavioral analysis and trying to change the behavior of children because their behavior is very destructive for one reason or another. Oftentimes it starts in the home, is that they did need a different type of discipline, but a different sort of rigid discipline structure than what it was that they had. The structure was what I was looking for was, it said several times on camera that the reason for this sleep schedule is it's for me. It's for me. It's because I need it. It's for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. I need the sleep. Me. I need it. Me. It's for me. It's for me.
It was
my
time.
Yeah, my time. Yeah, that's me time. And it kind of makes me want to throw up to hear. I think what they needed was, discipline that was responsive to their behavior in a way that was going to allow them to modify their own behavior so they were happier. So it was more socially acceptable. So they weren't going to have problems when they did leave the house and go out into school. Unfortunately, guys, we never know what would have happened in that case, because the real tragedy is that all three of them and unborn baby Nico never got to see those days. And that is the real tragedy. And I'm not saying anything but, So Rosie says, my mother didn't read us books, rock us, whatever. I had the best mother ever. She was loved by hundreds and nursed me into adulthood after many surgeries and till she got sick, loved and cared for us dearly. Well, I'm so happy that you had a wonderful mother like that, Rosie. That's wonderful. That's really nice to hear. Let's see.
I mean, they had blankets and they sucked their thumbs. I mean, luckily they found a way to soothe themselves. But I mean, poor Bella without blanket, if she could have eaten it, she would have. She would held,
Oh, I know. She was
you
so
know, hold
attached
it
to it.
so close to her. It hurt to watch. But
Yeah.
that was like, instead of, you know, a mommy hug, that was her comfort.
That's right. I mean, there was a lot of self-soothing going on in a lot of different ways. Yeah.
You know, and I know Cece had them too, but I feel like we saw more of it with Belle. I don't know, maybe because she was a little bit older and we just noticed it more. But, and I mean, and Cece got away with a lot more. She really needed to be disciplined, and I think Bella got the brunt of it.
Yeah. Face in the Crowd says Bella was such a little lady. She was. But, you know, as you know, Cindy Watts, you know, makes the point in that, I don't know if it's in the book that you're reading, Rose, but in that, you know, like that extended chapter 5 that I had read that, you know, she was referred to as Mama Bear. And Cindy said, she's not a Mama Bear. She's a baby.
Yes.
You know?
Cindy, that's in that book because she found it pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So DC here again, I'm, you know, I see different sides of it. I do see good qualities in Shanann. I want to represent all different sides. DC says Shanann took time to explain things to the children. I like that. She did. Yeah, she did. I mean, I think you're totally right. But in my opinion, you know, from doing a lot of working with young children, she explains it to them in a way that's far too mature. But how would she know that? She wouldn't, you know.
No.
So, you know, I mean, you can only expect so much of a person. Michelle says it used to drive me crazy when she would say that and would still be daylight outside. Yeah.
I think it would make any of us crazy.
Yeah.
That's tough. They were barely home from daycare.
Yeah.
You know, and had dinner and a bath, and if they had a half hour to play after that, that was a lot.
Yeah. Deborah, I'm not going to pin that comment. I hear you and I agree, but I'm definitely not going political. But yeah, I feel you. Let's see. Yeah, I love it when Lana and AD go live too. I really like their live streams. Everyone definitely check out the replay if you didn't see it live tonight. Yeah. Hello, Blue October. Welcome, by the way. Blue October says, no way they needed that big of a house. It just created stress, in my opinion. Absolutely. I mean, you know, I don't know if you were here in the beginning of the live stream, but in, you know, that extended chapter of Cindy Watts' book, she was going over their finances and how it just clearly made no sense. And we do see in the financial documents that the mortgage itself ended up being around $2,700 a year. That's without utilities or anything else. I mean, that's eating up the bulk of the salary per year. I mean, this, you know, it just didn't work out.
No, the mortgage and the daycare that they didn't need to be at all day, it ate their money away very quickly.
That's right. Leatherface says baby wise is not what nature intended. I agree, and I will say that from a professional perspective in areas in which I have done a ton of research and have had a ton of practical experience with a number of children and with a range of, you know, potentials, conditions, disabilities, and not, you know, it's not right. Tony says kids need nurturing, comfort and nurturing. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is what they need. And I mean, that at this point is absolutely a proven fact. What best supports children and helps to turn them into healthy young people, young adults and adults is to be loved and nurtured. And also to have expectations and boundaries set forth when a child is young is so important. If they don't have an understanding of the expectations and boundaries, how can they ever succeed or exceed or do well even?
Right.
You know, or do the right thing even, you know.
That's why I think, like I said, especially with Cece, you know, jumping on the coffee tables, or, you know, and she would say, look at this one. Well, stop. You have to stop her. You have to stop her.
Exactly.
She's not going to stop herself. And you're giggling at her. You're saying, look at this. And you have her on camera showing all your friends how crazy. It's not funny, you know?
It's not funny.
It's
Absolutely.
not funny. Like you said, they truly, God bless them, they were a family in crisis. In more ways than one. Definitely in more ways than one.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hey, Anna Flex has just informed me talking about Truth and Transparency and Armchair Detective. She's telling me that they are doing the Rachel Del Tondo case, Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, May 13th, 2018. She was murdered in her driveway. Thank you for that, anaphylaxis. That's really interesting. I've been following that a little bit with Lana from Truth and Transparency, and I can't wait to see more. That's awesome. Yeah. Leatherface says, ladies, don't let your man get in shape without you. Thank you for that tidbit of advice, Leatherface. I will follow it. Oh my gosh. Vicky says, Baby Wise seems to be very catered towards control. Do you think that's why she wanted to use it? Well, I definitely do think that there were control issues there. And I think that's the only reason to use it. And yes, Blue October, exactly. Very rigid. And again, guys, I don't think that she was doing so with bad intentions. I mean, I just think she didn't know. And it, I don't know. Oh, hi, Crystal. Let's see. Crystal Love RN. Welcome. She just says, hi, just jumped on. I'm new here. Welcome. So happy you're here.
She did. She asked us our credentials, and I said I'm in trauma or psych RN at 23 years, and you're a behavior analysis, and you also teach.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Wait, I'm like way behind in chat, too. Dang. I'm going to try to get up to some current times. Oh, let's see. Okay. So, Crystal Love RN says, what I observed is a nurse practitioner for over 30 years. My observation was Shanann has Munchausen's by proxy. So, and thank you for that opinion. I really appreciate that, Crystal Love RN. A lot of people have put that out there. So Matt Willis, always the moderator extraordinaire, 24 more likes to 150 on your way out. If not now, please do hit the like button. It helps the channel and us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. So trying to get a little current here.
Yeah, they're talking mainly about how she was. See, she'd be jumping on glass tables, and there'd be poor Bella, trying to wrap her little doll. Like, they were so different.
Yeah.
They were so different.
That's right. KDO says, this is interesting. I think Cindy loved the girls, but still wanted control over Chris, and Shanann wasn't having it. She should have put the focus on the girls and ignored everything else. That's an interesting perspective. I think it was hard for her that, from the way I see it is that, hi Sharon Norris, by the way, how are you? And hi Leanne, how are you? Hi Go Gators, how are you? Is that, Chris Watts always had a strong and or controlling woman in his life. At first, it was his mother. He met Shanann. He kind of dumped his mother for Shanann, so to speak. He met NK. He was going to dump Shanann for NK. Like, what's wrong with that, man? Obviously, always, the real problem here is Chris Watts. No doubt about that.
What the funny part is in this book is, like, Cindy admits that. Like, that her... That's interesting. It's very interesting. So when she would be asked to watch the kids, she would be thrilled. Because there were months that would go by where he didn't call them.
Yeah.
He was a user. Right. He was a user. His own mother will say it. His own mother says it, which is crazy, but it's true.
Now, Kurt Stacey says, and this was a while back, mind you, because I'm still behind in chat. He says, no, Chris was working his ass off trying to keep up with everything. It certainly doesn't excuse his actions. Just saying it contributed to him going crazy after a lifetime buildup. And that very well may be true. And, that is, one thing you can say about Chris Watts is he was working hard, to support his family. There is no doubt about that. He always showed up to his job. He didn't jump jobs very often. In fact, he switched from his mechanic position to working in Anadarko because Shanann wanted him to and told him they had carpal tunnel syndrome and thought he'd make a better living at Anadarko and have better potential. She may have well been right, but didn't he go and screw up everything with the idea to kill his family? So it's just always so many
perspectives and
yes. Let's see, Nancy Ann, my girl, always have to read her comments when I see them.
Oh yeah.
Isn't MAP when a mother makes a child ill with poisons? There is no evidence of that and nothing in autopsies to imply this. Hypochondriac, yes. Mop. So are you saying Munchausen's by proxy or something different? What you saying,
Munchausen's
Rose?
doesn't. Yeah, Munchausen's does not have to be poison. It's anything that makes them sick or the potential of
Or
them
could it
being
just be?
sick.
Could it just? Am I wrong in understanding this? And I might be. Tell me. Munchausen's by proxy. I always understood it is the mother could even feigning them being sick, like
Yes, that's yes.
pretending that
It's the
they're sick
pretending.
when they're not.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's
So I
what-
think that's what
yeah.
defines it, right? Is the pretending,
It's
the
the
presentation.
pretending, right?
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't know why. She's good today because for me it's she's had a fever up until we got her here. It's a lot of that,
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that's what it is. So and I have noticed across different channels and whatnot that there is a misunderstanding about that. I've been hesitant to even use the term, especially like in the title of a video or something, but maybe some clarification does need to be made about what Munchausen's by proxy is exactly. And you nurses would be wonderful to give insight into that, because I think a lot of people do think that it's literally that the mother is poisoning the child.
No.
And I've always understood it to not be that.
No.
Yeah. That I've always just focus on the psychological aspect of it. So Lobo says baby wise is a more subversive form of abuse. I definitely think that is something that you could certainly make a good case for it. So Double R says, Kelly, I have an opinion / theory that is not as crazy as I once thought. Well, we'd love to hear it. Would you like to come up and share? Would you like to type it in chat? You tell me. We're gonna be ending the live stream soon because I do have to work in the morning, but I would definitely give you the chance to come up if you want to. So what's your theory, Double R? Stop telling us about it and just tell us what it is.
Yeah, really.
Aw. Oh, I see that I have there's like a
Oh yes,
sticker or
DC, we must
something.
be thinking the same. DC had asked about the steroids and they long-term use, you get what's called that moon face. I said certainly if she was on it chronically, if she was a chronic steroid user, you would get that moon face. I mean, she was a chunker, CC.
She was chunky, yeah.
She was chunky the way it is, but absolutely causes that extreme hyperactivity, strong appetite. They're never not hungry.
I mean, that girl was always eating. And
Right.
Holly, yes, thank you for the super sticker. I can't find it to pin. I'm sorry, honey. Thank you so much. So I appreciate it. Yeah, Cece, she is more.
Yeah.
I mean, her appetite is truly insatiable.
It is.
Yeah. 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 Sandra says, hi, Lauren. Oh, hi, Lauren. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. Sandra Breedlove says Bella never jumped on anything because she was told no. You can see that Bella never knew what to do. She always held her hand. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I think the two were treated differently. They just were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Even when I know they would say like, how come no one would ever say anything? Like with that stupid pie in the face video. There is a friend that's on the video on the other end of the phone, like that said something to the effect, we're like, poor Bella. That's because Shanann is like, oh, come on, it's fun. It was funny.
It was not funny.
It wasn't funny, but I think that if her friends did try to ever tell her anything, I think they were met with resistance or that kind of an attitude.
That's right. I think you're probably right. That's true. So Jamie Smith, hi Jamie, how are you? She says, Jamie. I'm going to get back to that, Rose. She says, champagne tastes on a beer budget. My first Christmas tree was a little Dollar General one. Beer tabs is tinsel, beer cans is ornaments. You're so funny, Jamie.
But you remember it. Memories, that's all that matters.
That's right. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lauren says, love your channel, Kelly. Thank you, Lauren. It's really nice to see ya. And Lauren saying hi to you, DTC Primetime. Don't know if you saw that or not. Oh, there it is. I am like still trying to catch up.
There's a lot of
Holly.
Thank you, I know. It's too hard to keep up with, but everybody's so nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for supporting the channel, guys. Really appreciate it. Okay, MVP. Thank you, Nancy. That's what she was talking about. So, let's see. Yeah, so
let's see here.
Withheld water, Holly, is that true? I've heard people say that before. Where Holly's comment here. She says, which is a problem since SW withheld water. I don't want to like too much because I don't have anything to substantiate. I just heard people say it before. So Chris Stacy says, Chris was a beta and always needed a woman who ordered him around. Yes, he did. We discussed this last time. Yes, we did. Others on panel pointed this out going back to his mother. That's all correct. And a very good point. Thank you very much, Chris Stacy.
Which is weird because she does make a point of saying she was not like the alpha mother, and he never really liked her. When I read this book, like, it will boggle your mind. Like, she's very quick to, even when he calls from prison, it's pretty much put dad on the phone. He has very little to say to her. He does not have they don't have a big relationship. She loves him.
I agree with that. I agree with
it's
that.
odd. Yeah.
Now, Tabitha Jane is saying, I will read the definition of MBP on my recording tonight, Kelly. Awesome. That's great. Everybody, then check out Tabitha Jane's channel where she'll tell you more about that condition because I don't know if I'm going to go there. And she puts out good, interesting material. So check it out.
Yeah, I try to keep it as limited because, we're visually assessing it. We can say what it is, but we can't necessarily say 100% yes, those children have it.
Yeah.
We know we see at least, and we could talk about that.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I've tried to. I've tried to keep it to. Yeah, I've tried to keep it down to the observable.
Exactly.
So anaphylaxis. It was Crystal Love RN that initially said that yes, that was what she observed. So now I just want to show you something about that. You guys bring up that pie in the face video.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to show you something I had noticed. I put this in a video that I had put out recently about, and the video really was about, Cece being really sweet to Bella at times when she would stick up for Bella, and you could just see the sisterly love there. And that's what the video was about. But somebody just actually saw a couple posts, Holly S. and a couple other people, were just posting about, my gosh, to put all of this on Facebook Lives, geesh, no self-awareness, right? Well, I agree with that. It was this pie in the face situation. It was so obvious what needed to be done that Cece actually started packing up the pie in the face, even though she was obviously really enjoying it. So let me just show you this here. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not. Sometimes after watching these videos for the 10,000 times, I'm like, oh, look at that.
Well, you brought it to our attention last week. That was the day after they got back from being like away from the kids for a week.
That's
and
right.
The kids were crying, couldn't wait to see them. Like, that's what you come home to, pie in the face.
That's right. I know. Well, yeah. This I think is actually that video. Let me just show you what Rose is talking about really, really quickly. Yep, here it is. Okay. Let's see. Is it in the stream? Yes. All right. Let me go back over here. Bigger play. Okay. Live with them. So, here's the Facebook post. Let's see. Gotta go back a few. Clearly missed them very much to the point where she was crying when she was on. Different context for me, because as you're watching the pie in the face video, you've got to realize that this pie in the face activity is happening on the day when Shanann and Chris returned home from a trip after Bella clearly missed them very much to the point where she was crying when she was on a Facebook Live with them. So here's the Facebook post, and here's the pie in the face video. Let me know what you think. Please leave a comment below. Yeah, I took care of that.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Hit it, Bella.
So that was the context,
Hard,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, moderators. So, well, first of all, let's just hear. So just notice after Bella strikes this thing, so he gets the pie in the face. Look at her really forced laughter.
Nice.
Do it again.
Do it again.
It's not even a real laugh.
No. Now, this makes me concerned for Bella because, just like it's believed that perhaps Chris Watts did not know how to experience real emotions. Is that what that looks like at a young age? I don't necessarily know. I do kind of know, but I don't know always, so.
Mm-hmm.
Harder.
Sandy's having more fun than anybody.
Nice. Hey, high five. All right, who's next? Cece, you next?
Cece, you're next.
Cece.
Cece's turn. You go on the other side, Cece.
All right, go ahead.
More. I know. Now watch
Or if you
another
just
thing
wanted
I
to
had
find it.
noticed. I know. When when is this when they get it on Dieter?
Oh God, I
Oh,
know.
Now watch Cece
We're on the
push her dad out of the way. Watch this.
Okay.
She pushes Chris out of the way.
Funny. Come here, Grandma.
Oh, Dieter.
Watch this.
Not Cece now.
Ooh.
It's okay. You can eat
Look
it.
at it. Watch.
Bella's turn. It's okay.
Give me my whipped cream.
Wow.
Cece.
And it's like this was all
that
cool. This was all cool.
Oh my
I don't know.
God. Yeah, do not get in the way of me and my whipped cream.
No, that's
She
right.
pushed him
Oh.
away. I didn't notice that either.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait,
know.
wait,
I
wait,
didn't
okay.
either. Hold it. Wait, let me just ask you. Can you still hear me, Rose?
Yeah.
Okay, because my earbuds just put out, so I didn't know if that was going to affect this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good.
So here, now this is what I was going to show you is when Bella finally, was forced to get the pie in the face, and then. We just
Kelly,
wanna
hang
watch-
on. Kurt Stacy just gave a $20 sticker. Wow. Thank
Aw,
you, Kurt.
thanks, Kurt. Let me.
I didn't want to miss that. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Kurt. You're awesome. Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate you. Everything you contribute to the channel, your opinion, your ability to be quiet when a bunch of women tell you to shush. You know how many comments I've gotten on videos when, why don't you just let the man speak? Every time he opened his mouth, you were like, shush. And I was like, that's fine. I'm sorry. Thank you, Kurt. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel with us. Thank you. I'm telling you, I can't even tell you how many times people say
That's
that.
too
And
funny.
I just leave them up. I just kind of laugh. You can tell it makes some people mad, but I think it's like kind of we let him speak.
I have to agree with Wendy's comment. If Shanann thought it was funny, Dan will better laugh. That's why I did point that out, because her friend was trying to say, like, it's not funny, like Bella's crying or whatever, and she, Shanann did not like that. I said, come on,
she didn't.
They didn't like it at all.
No, and humiliation is not cool. I'm going to say that. Yeah, she's not.
Anything.
Cool.
There's nothing fun in my mind about this game. I don't know. Maybe they were both a little bit older and they were outside. I don't know. This just isn't
and
fun.
The day, and like you just said, the day after they got home, and hi, Karen G, how are you? She says Bella's mimicking Mom and Annie's laughter. Yeah. And the day they just got home from being away, and Bella was crying and had that sad little face, like, this is what you come home to? Jesus Christ.
I know.
God.
Go back.
Seriously. Leave us with Nana.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So here goes Bella being, picked up for the Bella pie in the face. So here we have the, whoops. Let's see here.
I'm going to come get you.
That scares me.
I know. So obviously here she hurts her arm because she grabs it and says,
I always worry that she's going to run right through the glass door. It makes me nervous. Look at that one with the whipped cream on her nose. She doesn't care.
She doesn't care. So now we put Bella in here. So now watch Cece afterwards.
Oh, no.
In her hair, she keeps saying Cece looks nervous.
Cece's scared. Now watch. She goes over and she starts taking down. She says something like, take this down. Watch. Watch.
It's all off. Hey, it's all off.
Look.
Okay, it's all off. I promise. You want to see it's all off?
Tear it down, I think she says, and she's taking it
tear
down.
it down. Yeah.
Tear it down. I mean,
Wow.
she knows.
They looked out for each other.
They did.
It's all off. I
Look
promise.
it.
It's all off.
Tear it down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look. It's
Isn't
all
that
off.
crazy?
Yeah, and Sandy's still laughing.
You
God,
just-
I'm
you
annoyed
just
by
go
that.
Take this down. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm really annoyed by that. You're the
I
grandmother.
know.
Stop laughing now. The kid's hysterical. She's already conscious about her hair.
Yeah, I know. I
Mhm.
know. I know.
Not
So
fun. That's not a fun game. At least
Yeah.
that we can all learn from. That's not a fun game.
it's not a fun game, and humiliation is not fun. And again, I'm gonna have to end this soon because I do have to get up and go to work tomorrow morning. But I am gonna do a follow-up video. There will be a live stream probably Friday night again. Everyone check out Tabitha Jane's channel for a definition of MBP.
Mhm.
And the whole thing here is a connection between and I just want to say Chris is the real villain here, obviously, and anyone else who may have been involved in these horrific murders. And I think that is a very real possibility. That is without a freaking doubt. Here, we look at this connection between the bankruptcy, the involvement in the MLMs, the kind of lack of responsibility, structure, or discipline in those areas, and then the overexertion and assertion of discipline, structure, and not really responsibility, discipline and structure in the lives of the children. And I mean, what is that? I don't know. It all goes back to me for observing a family that is in crisis. And again, I implore all of us and yourself, be aware of yourself. If you need help, get help. If you observe others around you who appear to be in some kind of a state of crisis, if you see something, say something. It's better to intervene and kind of, look like you did too much than not do anything at all and have something terrible happen, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
CC Cotton, in the game and didn't want to play. I know.
Yeah.
I think they really, as I got older, they would have really been best friends.
Oh, I think they would have too. I mean, there's so many.
Oh, great.
You see a lot of, Bella being like kind of resentful of Cece, I think, but that's because Bella was the only child for a little while, and then Cece was the younger one. I'm sorry, Cece did get more attention, but then as they got a little older, you see Cece really sticking up for Bella. It's very sweet and heartwarming, and I think that they would have been extremely close, as they grew older.
So.
It's such a freaking terrible, egregious shame that we never got the chance to, but they are best friends up in heaven. We do know that.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. You have to believe that. There has to be something, or otherwise I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, I know.
This is one of the worst that doesn't leave your head.
It is. And Copper Petal says, whoops. I also still think that Chris didn't do this alone. I do think that there's somebody else that needs to be criminally charged in this case. We will go back to, of course, focusing on that because I believe personally that there is an issue of incomplete justice for these victims who had obviously no fault or responsibility in their deaths. Talking particularly Shanann. Of course, the kids didn't. There's just so much that's unsettling about all of this. So, all right. Well,
Jennifer,
go ahead, honey.
It's a good question. Jennifer said, but say something to whom mental health is only acknowledged when a tragedy happens.
And right.
That's a good point.
It is a good point.
And here's what it brings: if you had a really good, like if you're not just friends with your coworkers, if you have a really good best friend that could sit you down and maybe talk to you, you'd listen. I don't know if she had that.
No, but see, I don't agree with this. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Jennifer, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think if you talk to mental health professionals, all over the place, they're going to say they know that they intervene at times before a crisis happens. Sometimes.
Oh, that I read it wrong. Okay, she's saying about. Okay, I got. I agree with that. I mean, they definitely would intervene. I mean, if you give them enough examples, they have no choice.
Exactly. So to answer the question, she says, but to say something, but to whom? Mental health is only acknowledged when a tragedy happens. Well, I guess that's what, we're saying here, that we all have a responsibility for that to not be the case,
Yeah.
It's looking out for one another that is going to change that if that is a thing, or if you believe that is a thing, you know what I mean? So it's not, all we can do is Be aware, be self-aware, be aware of our surroundings, be compassionate, and be proactive for ourselves and others alike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Curious Rose. Thank
This
you
was
for
a
being
great.
on
Yeah, this
today.
was great, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks so. This was really a great.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'm
everyone.
going to go and get mine ready. I told them about 15 minutes. If they want to head over to my channel, I'm going to read a couple chapters of Blood and Marriage, get that
Oh,
started.
awesome. Well,
Okay?
I'll touch on the replay because I've got to go
Yeah,
to bed
it'll be
soon,
on
so I
the
have to get up
replay for
soon,
anybody
but
that can't.
awesome.
But I know we have a lot of late nighters, so
Yeah.
just
Do you
give me
want
about
do
15
you want me
minutes.
to put the link in chat or?
That would be great. I put it in once, but yeah, if any of the
Awesome.
mods are still around and they want to drop it, that would be awesome.
Yeah, awesome. And thank you
Okay.
everyone who gave super chats and super stickers. I really appreciate it. Thank you, moderators. You're always amazing. Thank you to our regular viewers, everyone who's new to the channel, and everyone in chat. Thank you for keeping it respectful. You guys are absolutely awesome, and you make the channel what it is. So thank you so much. All right. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.